Welcome back. You're watching Newsx. I'm Rishabh Gulati. Breaking developments coming in from the SCO Summit taking place in Tianjin, China, where Nepalese Prime Minister KP Oli has now held a bilateral meeting with the Chinese President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the summit. Within the meeting, we are told he has raised an objection to an India-China agreement on using the Lipulekh pass for overland trade. The Prime Minister of Nepal has also, in that conversation, as per a statement released by the Nepalese administration, reaffirmed the 1816 Sugauli Treaty, which states that all land east of Mahakali belongs to Nepal. This was an issue that had been raised by the Nepalese just a few days ago. Before this summit meeting started, India's Foreign Ministry, the Ministry of External Affairs, has already responded to this, that the Lipulekh trade has been going on for an established strength of time, but he's raised this issue there. So you can clearly understand that in this present moment, if you were sitting and observing it from a New Delhi prism, had Nepalese Prime Minister Oli been meeting with Xi Jinping independently, is not something that we would have been thrilled with. What has happened between Chinese influence in Nepal, or at least attempted influence in Nepal in the past few years, has been very troubling. The Chinese are trying to build infrastructural railroads, road links via Tibet into Nepal. And the Nepalese in turn, at least during a spate of time, have reopened border considerations with India, which has been rather bizarre if you've been observing a history of the past 30-40 years. So this in effect would have been a troubling meeting for India, but of course it is happening on the sidelines of a summit where India's Prime Minister himself is attending. So the Lipulekh issue has been raised by the Nepalese. Whether this has a bearing on the larger rubric of things, we can't yet establish ourselves. I'll open up this conversation to our guests who are joining us as we break more information coming our way. Ambassador Yogesh Gupta is with us, Major General Sudhakarji joining us, Hindol Sen Gupta joining us, Vijay Kranti on the broadcast with us as well. Let me come straight to you, General Sudhakar. General Sudhakar, as I just mentioned, if this was KP Oli meeting with Xi Jinping on any other occasion at any other time, this was something that we would have been rather unhappy with and troubled by. But given the context of things that is happening, how do we absorb the issues that the Nepalese are raising, which have a direct bearing on India?
Yeah, Rishabh, firstly, good evening. Thank you for getting me to your show, and great point you have raised. In my opinion, this was expected. Those who have been actually joining the dates and dots and updating themselves. I, for one, as a student of geopolitics, I definitely would have expected. But then you have made a very relevant point. Under the circumstances where the entire global order is experiencing huge geopolitical churn, Lipulekh issue is a very tiny issue, and it is a non-issue. An insignificant, irrelevant issue has been made relevant because of turn of events just to draw attention and put pressure on India. That is how I look at it. And second point I wish to highlight is that this is a huge master game plan which is being orchestrated by China. Let's say it's a happy note to actually celebrate in a quiet manner. This is a damn good turnaround, I would say, with China. It's a fantastic U-turn. Let the leadership take the path of some kind of a normalcy and let them lead. Take the world to some degree of understanding, rationality, and peace and harmony. But doesn't mean that India is either going to ignore the issues, which is an established norm and a fact based on which the maps have been existing. And suffice to say, these are all minor pinpricks which neither should be ignored.
So for people watching the broadcast,
for more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.